Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I just want to say thanks to my recently new subscribers. And if you're new here, it's totally free to subscribe and hit the like button for post notifications. Hey, let's get right on to it. This is going to be a quick update. Um, First, we'll start off with Bitcoin. Happy May, everybody. Happy new month. It is officially May 1st. It's out with the old and in with the new. Time is going by so fast. We're getting closer and closer to summer. So we're just about 2 weeks out from the Bitcoin halving. We're already past a year from the Bitcoin halving, which was May 19th of 2024. Now we're in May. So yeah, we're already a few weeks past that 1 year anniversary. But anyways, let's look at the fear and greed. We got the fear and greed is now at 51. Altcoin index 16. We got the CMC 100 183. And the total crypto market now, we're at a 3 trillion market cap now for the whole cryptocurrency market. When you add Bitcoin, ETH, and all the other cryptos, XRP, Solana. So the whole crypto market cap is at 3 trillion. We are coming along. We are coming along. Mass adoption is definitely coming. All right, so we got Bitcoin now at 96,225. It's at a 1.9 billion, excuse me, yeah, 1.9 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is almost back up to a 2 trillion market cap. We got Ethereum. Ethereum is finally starting to climb at 1,846. Um, over five per, let me see here, yeah, over 5% for the 7 5.3%, 223 billion market cap. Tether, XRP is at 223. Got XRP, and we got Solana at 151. So everything is coming along. The whole crypto market is looking kind of bullish right now. But anyways, let's take a look at wanted to do an update on. It's been a good while since I covered this coin. People's been asking me about it. I did my live stream. A few people asked me about it, about Helium Mobile, what I think. Now, I just want to be transparent with you guys. Excuse me. I always like to be transparent. I am not holding Helium Mobile. I'm not holding this coin. I held it before in the past, but I'm not holding this coin as of right now. But just to be transparent, so you guys can know, okay. Um, but yeah, Helium Mobile, it is currently at 305. At It is listed on Coinbase. This is a gem that was listed on Coinbase. It came out a couple of years ago. We're going to go over the all-time chart since it came out. I know the all-time high for this coin was about, I think, 2068, and I think that was about a year and a half ago or something like that when it got up to 2068 for when it first, because I know when this coin first came out a couple of years ago, it was at 301 or something like that, didn't it? But it pumped all the way up to 308, which is a pretty good run up. That was about I want to say that was about a 40 to 50x, like right there. But then after that, the coin, it came all the way down after that. If you look at the 1 year chart right here, it's definitely oversold in the 1 year chart. It's down literally almost 80% for the 1 year chart, but the 1 year chart is up 26%, 11.8 for the week, and 1.3 for the day. So let's try to, we know Helium Mobile. This is a DePIN project, of course. The word says it all. Helium Mobile. I think T-Mobile, actually, I think yeah, T-Mobile owns Helium Mobile, but this is a utility that's global for like Wi-Fi hotspots, mobile data, wide area networks and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see here. That Helium. All right, take a look at the chart, the all-time chart. As of right now, 42 million, 45 million market cap, very low market cap. I believe that this coin, it does have the potential to do a 50, possibly even up to a 100x for this coin. Um, the circulating supply is 89.2 billion, and the total supply is 100 billion. Here, it's not showing the max supply, but I think I think the total supply is about um, yeah, about I'm trying to see here. Yeah, it's about 100 billion or something like that, or a little bit over it. Let me see. Let's see what CoinGecko shows. I think CoinGecko is going to show about the same because sometimes CoinMarketCap is off with their tokenomics. So let me see. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, no. Okay, CoinGecko is showing 230 billion for the total supply. So I think the max of total supply is 230 billion. I'm not sure if they're adding tokens or not, but 230 billion, yeah, that's a lot of coins. So I'm hoping they're not adding more tokens for where the price where it's at now. That's already a lot. So yeah, so and circulating supply 88 billion as of right now. All right, let's go back over the charts here. So Helium Mobile came out. I think was it back in 2023 when it came out? Let's see here. Yep, it came out around June of 2023 is when the coin came out. Yep, it was at 301. Yep, just like I thought. It's been a while since I covered this coin, but I kind of remember. Sometimes I remember, when I covered a coin in the past, but sometimes I don't. But yeah, just like I thought, 301, that was the price when it came out. 301095. And then after that, it looked like it peaked at around 2020 later that year. Okay, let's go back. Was that June? Yeah, okay, yeah, June of 2023. And then later that year, right before 2024, it was starting to peak. Okay, we got December of 2023. This was right before the new year of 2024. I think it went up to 54% of a penny. And I think it eventually peaked. And then it came down a little bit after it went to 54. And then it came back up. I believe it peaked at, for some reason, Coin Market Cap is not showing the right price. I know for sure it went higher than that. Coin Market Cap is only showing 57%, but I think it went up to 68. I remember a while back I looked. It actually went up to 2068. I think that was the real high. Yeah, Coin Market Cap is never showing the real true the highest price, but I believe the highest point, I believe it did peak at about 2068. We're gonna go with 2068 is where it peaked. So from 1% of a penny all the way up to 2068 from back in 2023, 2024. It's almost as if this coin had its own little, bull run. And it came out, this coin came out at around the end of the bear market. Yeah, the end of the bear market is when it came out. Then after that, it we all know saw what happened with the price in 2024. In 2024, the price came all the way down. It came all the way down here, and this is where we're at now. But yeah, you look at that 1 year chart, it's definitely way oversold in the 1 year. So long story short, Helium Mobile, I think the lowest point. Let's look at that 1 year chart. I think the lowest point it went down to like 303255. It looked like around there. So yeah, man, it did bottom out at 3% of a penny. Now where do I see? Let me see here. Hold on just a second. Where do I see Helium Mobile going long term? Maybe in the short term, maybe in the next like couple of months or whatever, I can see it going back up to maybe 20% of a penny, 25% of a penny within the next couple of months. When I'm saying more like short term, but I'll say long term by the end of this year, the end of 2025, you know, right before 2026 or going into 2026. I believe that it could possibly, looking at the current tokenomics, I'm giving it, maybe it can get to a penny, maybe. It's not for certain, but I'll give it between two zeros, 80% of a penny to a penny is where it can possibly go by the end of the year going into 2026. Because you got to think it bottomed out at 3% of a penny. So 3% of a penny, let's say it went from 3% of a penny all the way up to like 3 cents, right? Let's say it goes up to 3 cents. That's a 100x already, guys. That'll be a 100x already if it went all the way to like 3 cents. But I'll give it 80% of a penny to 1 penny, which is close to a 100x. That's about a what, 85 to 95 x right there. So yeah, that'll be my price prediction. And the thing I like about it, Helium Mobile, it's already listed on Coinbase. Now, some people saying that they hope they can get the Binance listing, blah blah blah. But honestly, um, the way I see it, I don't think every coin don't need Binance. I've seen cryptos go parabolic without Binance. Like look at AOS Network. That coin never was listed on Binance, just Coinbase. Um, these other coins, I think was it Aerodrome Finance. I'm not sure if they were on Binance. There's a few coins that I've seen that never was listed on. Like look at Arc Block. Arc Block was never listed on Coinbase. That between 2023 and 2024, that coin went parabolic. Yeah, Arc Block was never listed on Binance, AOS Network, Swift Coin, XCN. All these coins was never listed on Binance. So, that's what I observed, and they all went parabolic. So yeah, guys, um, I guess it'd be good to get a Binance listing, but it's not. Sometimes Binance manipulate coins. That's the thing I don't like about Binance. So a coin doesn't need a Binance listing to be successful. I've seen it. You know, like for example, look at Jasmine. Jasmine been on Binance for what 4 or 5 years. You know, Jasmine's been on Binance for the longest. Look what happened to that Jasmine. They Binance killed their momentum like long time ago, 3 years ago. I talked about it before. That corner's on Binance. Jasmine barely hit 5 cents. Then after that, it came back down. But anyways, I'm just using that as an example. So the way I see it is my personal opinion, but I think I'm right. They don't need a Binance listing. Like I said, all these other coins that I mentioned, they're not even listed on Binance, but they still were successful. So yeah, like I said before, Binance sometimes they manipulate coins. So I think sometimes it's best that some projects don't get listed on Binance because I feel that they could be more successful without them. Just like the examples that I've shown. But anyways, I digress on that. But either way, goes. Most low cap utilities, especially if the coin, if it's its first cycle, and they're already listed on Coinbase, they do good. They do good when they're already listed on Coinbase. What, like I said before, repeat myself, but without Binance. But anyways, guys, that's my personal opinion. But like I said, I believe I'm right about that. But yeah, as far as Helium Mobile, um, once the momentum get back in and everything, um, I I believe they're gonna do well. Look like they got something called Carrier Offload Toolkit. Let's see here. It says advanced visibility, live data, and deploy on demand planning. Everything offload carriers need to lead from one unified platform. Smarter demand driven connectivity starts here. Alrighty. So yeah. Okay. It says I know we've been offloading AT&T. I'm surprised the scammers let the coin pump. Hmm. It says the most underrated coin ever. He said I can't even imagine what would happen to Helium Mobile after Q2 ends. Excuse me, after QT ends. Okay. It says this will double. Okay, it says with Bitcoin, Solana, and Helium looking good right now, 201 is almost a given. If Helium goes back to around $10, they probably authentic. Okay, they're talking about Helium on that one. Okay. He said I'm bullish on mobile. Yeah, a lot of people's bullish on this project. But yeah, that's my take on Helium Mobile, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button for post notifications. Hey, anybody like to join the private Patreon group? Definitely come on over. Don't miss out. Our community is really growing over there on Patreon. Got back-to-back videos. We got our 24/7 chat group, and you can also reach out to me directly. All right. So yeah, the link is gonna be in the description on the bottom left for the Patreon. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. But thanks everybody for tuning in to the channel. Um, Happy Thursday. Today's May 1st, 5/1. I believe that this parabolic bull run is getting ready to start. I can feel it. But anyways, guys, I'll catch everybody in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.